The indie game development scene has really blown up over the last 5 years or so, and as a result, a good number of titles are buried under the glut of releases that come out each month. So I hadn't even heard of Serial Cleaner up until the point where I was asked to review it. Coming from Polish developer iFun4All, Serial Cleaner has you play as the eponymous cleaner, hired by sketchy individuals to tidy up crime scenes right under the noses of local law enforcement. Does this make any logistical sense? No, but who cares? Each stage takes place in a different venue and has various requirements in order for you to complete it. This includes snagging evidence, grabbing and disposing of stiffs, and using your magic blood vacuum cleaner to get rid of all that pesky red stuff. At your disposal are places to hide, noisemakers to distract the popo for a short period, movable objects that can both open up or close pathways to create safe zones, shortcuts that can quickly transport you between two places, and finally body drop locations. With the exception of the shortcuts and of course the body drop spots, none of these can be used while carrying a cadaver. You also have access to an ability known as Cleaner Sense. This allows you to get a complete layout of the map, including all objects of interest, minus any hidden collectibles, and allows you to watch the movements of all the cops in real time. This way you can formulate a complete strategy of how to tackle each stage. It's available to you at all times, but it does not guard against detection, so make sure you're well hidden when you use it. The police in this game are stupid. There's really no other way to put that. The AI is completely reactionary, so until you're spotted or they see a body or a piece of evidence out of place, they will continue happily along their predetermined paths. They can also hear you and react to that, but in my experience that's significantly less of a problem. And if you're outside their cone of vision, you are completely invisible to them. They won't even pull you out of a hiding place if you're able to duck into it milliseconds before getting the old wood shampoo. And while in most other cases this might be a problem, here it works entirely in the game's favor. Yeah, being able to quickly take a shortcut corpse in hand only to have a police officer who was previously hot on your tail become confused and give up is not only hilarious, but it adds to the tense, strategic, and almost arcadey nature of the experience. The police in this game come in various flavors. You have your basic blue baton-wielding cops, the more active and fast officers, whistle cops who won't chase you but will alert any nearby allies, Afro cops who are much faster and less predictable, these gray-shirted walkie-talkie guys who radio for help and are replaced by two more aggressive cops, and pistol cops who will shoot you on sight. Once you've carried out all your objectives, you will still need to make your way back to a getaway point in order to progress. If you do happen to get caught, the stage restarts with all your progress reset and your hiding spaces lightly shuffled. Whatever you do, do not get cocky, because a single stupid mistake will turn a great run into abject failure. There are multiple times where I accidentally popped out of cover only to have my teeth knocked in. But in all of my time with the game, I never once felt too frustrated to continue. And conversely, it was immensely satisfying to finally finish a map that had been completely trouncing me up until that point. There are a total of 20 story contracts for you to complete, with an additional 10 optional missions that can be unlocked by locating hidden film reels within the main portion of the game. These contracts are all loosely based on famous movie locations. You can also change up your cleaner's attire by finding magazines within the story contracts as well. And luckily, grabbing an unlockable is permanent, even if you fail a mission or quit outright. The presentation here is strong, with a great retro 70s by way of construction paper collage aesthetic. The levels all pop, and the little effects that drive home the 2D nature of the graphical style are a great touch. Not to mention the rather varied soundtrack that complements it quite nicely. And of course, that's what's been playing in the background throughout the review. Funky. Another design aspect touted by the developer is the use of real-world location data to alter the stages. As far as I could tell, this amounted to little more than time of day changes, but it's still a neat idea that I'd be curious to see played with a bit more in future projects. The story here is pretty basic, but it does a good job of moving you from one stage to the next. I enjoyed learning the truth about who was hiring you, and it does culminate into a satisfying conclusion. It's exactly what it needed to be for a game like this. I do have a few quibbles, however. For example, I wish that there were more hidden items in the game, and that the stage select screen could let us know which maps have been cleared 100% of unlockables, so that those of us who want to get everything don't have to guess. And once or twice, I swear that I hit the button to hide, but it didn't seem to register, although that just could be my controller or user error. But these are all just minor nitpicks, and ultimately, I was left wanting more, in a good way. I'd like to see what else they might be able to do with what they've built here, but the package that we did get was a lot of fun. I give Serial Cleaner a strong 7.5 out of 10. Absolutely recommended. It's available right now for PC via Steam and GOG.com, as well as Xbox One and PlayStation 4.